Hey guys, welcome back to Express Gaming, your place to get all your gaming news and reviews. Yesterday, the Nintendo Switch turned 4 years old, and while I didn't get the Switch until 2020, I have paid close attention to the Switch since its launch, and the Nintendo Switch has sold extremely well and has a great library of games. At this point, the Switch has sold over 80 million units, but let's get into the rest of the video. The Nintendo Switch released on March 3rd, 2017. It had 5 physical launch titles, being The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, 1-2 Switch, Just Dance 2017, Skylanders, and Super Bomberman R. Out of these 5 games, only one is a must-buy, that being Breath of the Wild. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is still one of Switch's top 3 best games. After that, the second best right there of those 5 would be Super Bomberman R. It is a pretty fun game. They have updated it to make it better. But, it was overpriced at this time. Same with 1-2 Switch. Just Dance 2017 is Just Dance. I mean, it's literally in the name. It's just another Just Dance game. Skylanders, that was the last title for Skylanders, Skylanders was dead at that point. Let's Go Breath of the Wild is still one of the Switch's top 3 best games, actually. And was probably most people's main game until April. And if I remember correctly, in the first month of the Switch being on market, I think that Breath of the Wild had sold more copies on Switch than actual Switch units being sold, which is absolutely crazy to think about. Now let's try to go on Switch unit. Okay, if I'm wrong, leave a comment telling me how many each had sold within the first month of March, of 2017. In April, the Switch saw Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is still the Switch's best-selling game. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a port of Mario Kart 8 from the Wii U, but it has all the DLC. It's really fun, dude, and it's kept on selling, and later in that summer, the Switch got Splatoon 2, which sold about 12 million copies, which is still a really fun shooter, It's a really fun shooter. It's very unique compared to other shooters, and it expanded on Splatoon 1. But Nintendo has announced a new Splatoon game coming in 2022. And it looks really big, actually. And then the holiday season of 2017, we got Super Mario Odyssey, which came out. And like Breath of the Wild, is one of the Nintendo Switch's best-selling games. There were some other great games that came out in 2017, including Mario + Rabbids Kingdom Battle, ARMS, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and, if I remember correctly, Sonic Mania. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is a great Xenoblade game. Some people may not like it, but it's just, I haven't played it yet, dude, but I've heard good things about it. ARMS is overpriced. It should have dropped down to $40 by now. Mario + Rabbids Kingdom Battle is a really fun tactics game, though, even though I haven't played it, though, dude. If you go on the Metacritic score, it's actually does really well, and they have dropped the price from $60 to $20 at most places. It goes maybe from $10 to $30. It's very cheap, and it's a very good game. 2018 was a little slower than 2017, but it still had some great bangers. Some of these included Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Octopath Traveler, Pokemon Let's Go, and more. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is one of the Switch's best games. Octopath Traveler is a great RPG and has sold about 22 million. Pokemon Let's Go and Eevee was the Switch's very first Pokemon game, even though it was a remake. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, again, had the most characters in the series at that point, with about 70. And it's keep on getting more and more DLC characters every year. We just got some Fire Emblem characters added to the game. Not from Fire Emblem. We just got some Xenoblade Chronicles 2 characters coming into the game, which is cool to get some more rep from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. We only had one before. Octopath Traveler is a great RPG. They're coming out with a sequel to it, which is going to be a tactics game. It's called Project Triangle. It looks pretty fun. They do have a demo of it. Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee. A lot of people didn't like it, though, dude, because it had, a Pokemon Go style of catching, which I can see why they wouldn't like it. Yeah. 2018 was also the year that Nintendo released their paid online service, which, in short, was bad, even for $20 a year. I mean, because at that point it only had NES games. The server still ran like trash and stuff like that. And I mean, yeah, later we did get Super NES games, but like the online is so trash. 2019 started off slow, but it ramped up in the second half of the year. 2019 started off when we got a port of Super Mario Bros. U from the Wii U. There wasn't much added to this game, and to most people, it is an uninspired Mario game. Yes, the only thing really new we really got was a new character, which was Toadette, which pretty much if you got like the Super Crown, you would become Peachette. Which is okay, but it led to like a lot of weird fan art of Bowser. Yeah, that was a weird time. Yeah, guess then we're not there. Yeah. This is even worse because a Mario Maker 2 released later that year. Yeah, later that spring we got Yoshi's Crafted World, which is a fun Yoshi game, you know, but it is a little short. But we started getting game after game that started a couple months later. It started with the release of Mario Maker 2, hey, go watch my review. It's in the iCard above at the end of the video. Yeah. Mario Maker 2 is good, but the online versus mode is trash. I haven't actually used the, to actually make a Mario level, you know, but I've played to play a lot of levels, so I've put in like about 80 hours, yeah. I got it earlier this year, but I really kind of want to start playing that game a little bit more. Yeah, then we got Astral Chain, then Fire Emblem Three Houses, Luigi's Mansion, and then the new Pokemon games. The new Pokemon games were called Pokemon Sword and Shield. This game is largely like most other mainline Pokemon games, except for a couple things. Some of the good changes compared to other Pokemon games is the fact that in the middle of the game, there's this huge wild area, which is a large open world with a movable camera. And you can see all the Pokemon in this area, like in Pokemon Go, which is one of the good things I liked about that game. No more random encounters. But there are some random encounters in this game, but there are some open. But it does have, like, you're able to see some Pokemon there. The wild area was the main selling point of this game, but there was only one, and the textures looked awful for the trees, and the trees just looked bad. And it was pretty small. But other than that, it is pretty good. But some of the bad changes is that they removed the national Dex, the national Pokédex, meaning that all the other Pokemons from previous games are in. That all the Pokemons that are in this game, so instead of about 1,000 Pokemon, there are only about 400 Pokemon to collect. They did bring back some Pokemon from previous generations, you know. I think like Snorlax is in this. Maybe I'm probably wrong. Can't really think of it, like Scizor, I think. There are some previous generation Pokemon, but like most of them are not there, which does suck because it's only like there's just a huge drop off, but there is still a huge amount of Pokemon. They did add more wild areas and more Pokemon in their DLC, which is okay. Luigi's Mansion 3 is a really fun game. You know, it's the third Luigi's Mansion though, dude. It's actually probably one of the best in the series. I'm hoping to pick that game up this year, but from what I've heard, it's a great game, but it is a pretty easy game, and there's really no point in collecting all the gold. Fire Emblem Three Houses is a Fire Emblem game. It's really good. I've heard that it's almost like mixes Persona series with Fire Emblem kind of thing, you know. That's what I've heard, because you are in like a school and you're like a schedule, you know. We got Astral Chain, which is a pretty fun game. Now we are in 2020. 2020 was an interesting year for gaming. There was a lot of less new first-party games this year, but there was a huge amount of great games. And this year, though, dude, it felt like it went by super quick, but it also felt like 1,000,000 years old, you know? It was ridiculous. First off, we got Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing New Horizons was at the right place at the right time, though, dude. It had dropped pretty much the day that the 2-week quarantine started, but like it's already been like a year, you know. It's been crazy, you know. And it was such a popular game. It kept up its popularity for months, and until this point, it sold over 3 million copies. It's at number 2 for the best-selling Switch game, within a couple million of being number 1. Yeah, Animal Crossing is also a really fun game, though, dude. You know, if you're getting a Switch, I'd probably say Animal Crossing is a really fun game. You know, fun for almost anyone. Yeah. My review of Animal Crossing will be in the iCard. Later this year, we got the 35th anniversary of Mario, and with that, we got some games, including a new Paper Mario game, Super Mario 3D All-Stars, Super Mario 35, Super Mario 3D World of Bowser's Fury. Links to reviews for some of these games will be in the iCard. Super Mario 3D All-Stars and Super Mario 35 will be removed from the eShop at the end of the month, which sucks because Nintendo really should not be putting limitations on these games and making them only a limited time thing, you know? Especially Super Mario 3D All-Stars. And in terms of ports of older games, with the upcoming year going to be the 35th anniversary of Zelda and Metroid and the 25th anniversary of Pokemon, this upcoming year looks pretty great, dude, you know? With the new Mario Golf, Skyward Sword HD, new Pokemon Snap, and remix of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. This year looking like it's going to be really good in terms of first-party games. I hope we get Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 this year, or like a collection of Zelda games like Zelda Twilight Sword. Zelda Twilight. I am Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask. That'd be great, you know. Pulling a blank to that other 3D Zelda game. I know what it is, but like it's like a really fun game also. Like Metroid, it'd be kind of cool if we got like Metroid Prime Trilogy or like a 2D Metroid or something like that. But yeah. With this last section of the game, I'm going to be talking about my experience with the Nintendo Switch. I first got a Switch early in 2020, but in reality, my parents had gotten it for my siblings, you know, and I was just like kind of, a single Switch to share, which sucked. But I played a lot of games on it, including Breath of the Wild and Mario Maker 2. Later in 2020, I got my own Switch in August. Hey, I got my unboxing video up on this channel. Go watch it after this is done, dude, you know? Yeah. I got on Animal Crossing when I got my first Switch, though, dude, and for the first month, that was all I played on my Switch. It was a great game, you know? In September, I had gotten the 3D Mario All-Stars, which I think the collection is pretty good. They could have done more, but it is still really good, you know? Yeah, you won't be able to buy it after March 31st, which does suck. So you want to get it this month if you want it. So no, the Switch is really worth it. It's totally worth it, you know, but has been some rumors of a Switch Pro coming out this year, so you might want to wait for it, though, dude, but there is no concrete details for it, if they're going to be a Switch Pro this year, or if there even is a Switch Pro at all. So if you have a Nintendo Switch, how long have you had it, and if you don't, do you plan on getting it this year? Please leave a like and subscribe and push notification bell so you're always notified whenever I upload. Yeah, and if you enjoy Let's Plays, go check out my second channel, EG Plays, where I do Let's Plays. So, see you tomorrow, and happy birthday, Nintendo Switch. Bye.